Good afternoon and welcome to Briarcliff High School, where the 2-1 Valhalla Vikings meet the 2-1 Briarcliff Bears. Eli Carp alongside Ross Lackman for the action today. Not quite the NFC North matchup between the Bears and Vikings, but one that should be entertaining nonetheless. Both teams off to a good start on their respective seasons and are tied in 5th place in the Section 1 standings. This is a very important game for both teams. The Bears and the Vikings will not meet again this season, and if things continue to play out the way they have so far, there is a chance these two rival squads could see each other in sectionals. For Briarcliff, the defense has been very solid through 3 games, and they will look to slow down running back Michael Ferreira. Valhalla will look to contain the Bears' offense, which has put up nearly 50 points in their last 2 games, led by Henry Anderson, who is averaging over 100 yards through the air and 7 total touchdowns on the season. That kickoff from Lucas Primes will roll out of bounds. Flag is down on the play, as that will be called for an illegal kick. Lucas Primes will be doing most of the kicking duties for the Bears. They won the opening toss and elected to defer, so they will receive in the second half. But for now, Valhalla will have the ball to open the game at their own 35. Ross, what do you see as the keys for today's game if the Bears are going to win?
Well, for today, I think that the Bears should utilize Nick Reich a little bit today, as he has 4 touchdowns, and, last game he had 3 receptions for 1 rush. I think they should also have Anderson get the ball in the air more often as Valhalla runs the ball first play. These are just some of the things I'd want to see, as being a Bears fan, and hopefully they can get the win today.
All right.
7 will bring up 2nd and 3.
Valhalla's offense on the field. It's number 12, Ralph Gonzalez, the junior quarterbacking the Vikings. He's got a receiver on the near side, running back behind him, and the handoff goes to Kevin Williams. Kevin Williams, a first down and more. Kevin Williams dragged out of bounds into Bear territory.
Williams with another carry over the left side, forced out of bounds after a first down run.
Good blocking up front, and already Valhalla pushing it on the first drive. Ball to be spotted at the 41. Pickup of about 12. Gonzalez lined up under center. They give. Not much doing. Evan Parker got the carry, but the Bears defense was there to stop him, along with J-Ron Stevenson and Max Kripel there for the Bears. Wide receiver on the near side, Luke Ursillo. Gonzalez over the middle, has his man wide open. And down inside the 10-yard line is Kevin Williams. Flag on the end of the play. It looks like the Bears were going to be called for a face mask. So tack on a few extra yards, although it will likely be half the distance to the goal. And already Valhalla in business. They're going to have a 1st and goal.
Timeout on the field, called by Briarcliff.
Ross, what broke down on that play there for the Bears that Williams found himself wide open in the middle of the field?
I think the Bears' defense just kind of broke down. They opened the middle wide up, and they just found their receiver, Kevin Williams, for a good gain of yards. And now the Bears pay the price, and the Vikings are in the red zone. So we'll see what happens on the next play. But if the Bears can pull off a great defensive stop, then we'll see. But we're going to have to rely on our linemen, because I'm feeling like the Vikings might start to run it a little bit.
So far, little resistance from this Bears defense. Only a minute and 28 seconds in, and Valhalla looking poised to take an early lead. John Consorti, the Bears head coach, already using his first time out of the half. He'll have 2 left, but not the way the Bears wanted to start, at least. This is John Consorti's final year as head coach. He plans to retire following the end of the season. The Bears are off to their best start in 4 years, 2-1. Looking to go 3-1.
First and goal from the 5.
And Valhalla will have it at the 5. A goal-to-go situation. Gonzalez under center. 2 running backs behind him. And before the play, flags fly. False start called on Valhalla. That'll back them up 5 yards to a standard first and goal from the 10. Beautiful day here at the high school. Not a cloud in the sky. Upper 60s with a slight breeze. Comfortable playing conditions. Gonzalez has Parker behind him. And that's Orsillo lined up on the side. The give is to Williams. Williams trying to cut through tacklers, and he is stopped. Ball comes out at the end, but he was ruled down. A flag did fly. Holding was called on Valhalla.
Brought down for no gain. Flag is down on the field.
So after making it to the 5 with a first and goal, Valhalla will be backed up. As it looked like the referee initially signals it would be a holding against the offense. A little bit of confusion on the field between the officials. And now they will be pushed back. Ten yards to the 20. Past the 20 to about the 23. So a first and goal from the 23. Not a conventional situation. They may have to go to the air on this one. Gonzalez has 2 wide receivers on either side. Gonzalez rolling out to his right. Gonzalez overthrows his intended receiver. That was Evan Parker, the running back.
Gonzalez's pass intended for Parker, incomplete. Second and goal from the 23.
You know, just great defense from the Bears right there. That was J-Ron Stevenson with the tackle on the QB, putting the pressure on him, making him throw it away. Now I think the Vikings are probably going to go to the air more than the ground. Gonzalez trying to work the offense up, but the Bears' defense just too much for him.
Gonzalez under center now. Fakes the give. Airing it out down the middle, and he has his man into the end zone for a touchdown. This time it will count, and Kevin Williams makes the grab. Valhalla up early. Right down the middle like clockwork from Gonzalez to Williams. And Williams will look like he may limp off. On to attempt the extra point, kicker Anthony Dimicelli. As it looked like Williams just easily slid by the Bears' defensive backs. And before the extra point can be snapped, flags fly. Looks like there was some movement. Looks like Dimicelli's coming off now, and the offense back on the field with Gonzalez, Parker, and the rest of the squad. They may go. It looks like they're going for 2 now. Maybe they were backed up a few yards on a penalty. Either way, Gonzalez The give. And no signal yet. And he did not get in according to the side judge.
Try is no good. Score remains 6-0.
So the Bears defense makes a mini stop, and Valhalla's lead is 6.
Just great defense from the Bears right there. Just showing what our linemen can do. Max Grappel really pushing them back, getting the stop. And now we can see what the Bears are going to do on offense as they receive the kick.
Henry Anderson warming up on the sideline. He is the Bears quarterback. His first year holding the reins so far has led the Bears to a 2-1 start. They're on a 2-game win streak. 2 weeks ago here, they handled Hastings 27-8, in which a game in which he threw for 203 yards and 4 touchdowns. And then last week at Croton, they absolutely dominated them, winning 29-0. And the Bears have outscored their opponents 56-8 over their last 2 games. So it's been a good little stretch for them, but a little bit of a wake-up call early, as just 2 minutes into this game, Valhalla has quickly taken a lead, and now DiMaselli will see his first action of the game. The kickoff going to come from the 40. It's a short one. Fielded around the 25. Looking for blockers is Nick Reich. Nick Reich finding blockers. Nick Reich has a hole. Nick Reich is dragged down at midfield, but a good return from Nick Reich, setting the Bears up with good field position.
25 out to midfield.
On their first possession, the Bears starting with nice field position. Anderson's going to be looking for his go-to receivers throughout the day. Will Kakowski, Daniel Hugel, Nick Reich as well, although he'll be lined up in the backfield too. Behind Anderson, he's got Zach Vincent and Bryant Rock. The give. Gets a couple. That was to Colin Hatcher, playing a little bit of a fullback role. He'll gain about 2 on the stop there for Valhalla. On a pile of Vikings was Giovanni Castillo, the big-bodied senior, and the Bears faced with a 2nd and 8 in Valhalla territory. Anderson's got 3 backs behind him in the backfield, going with a heavy set so far. Give is to Hatcher. He is stopped behind the line. Good tackling, a loss of a few.
Cavallo in on the stop for Valhalla.
Bears electing so far not to pass, but just go with run all the way.
Bring up 3rd and 12.
Their offensive line has struggled. Even with their overall success, it is not one of their strengths, but they're put in a passing situation here. 3rd and long. They had to get about 12 to the Valhalla 40. Now they've got receivers, 1 on the near side, 3 on the far. Anderson with Hatcher on his right. Anderson drops back over the middle, and it's just out of the reach. Intended for Dimitri Caffrey. He was open. Anderson just overthrew him a little bit.
Anderson's pass intended for Caffrey falls incomplete. Flag is down at the end of the play.
There is a flag down on the play. The call is a roughing the passer on the Vikings. A good break for the Bears after that drive was about to stall, but a little bit of carelessness from the defense gives the Bears another opportunity. It was a 15-yard penalty, which will move them to the Valhalla 38. So the drive stays alive. Now they're going 4 wide receivers and a back. With motion, that's Nick Reich. The give is to him. He's looking for a lane. He'll stumble forward for a couple.
For a gain of 2.
Looks like he got to the 35.
Taken out by Cheverini. 2nd and 8.
So the Bears have not really mustered anything productive from the offense. Anderson has not completed a pass, yet they have a first down off of no successful runs either. And the motion man is Nick Reich again. The fake is to him. Anderson looking down the middle. Pass incomplete. Bobbled and out of the hands of Daniel Hugel. A nice hit from Kevin Williams. Forced that one to fall incomplete.
Defending on the play by Williams. 3rd and 8.
Third down now as the Bears try to grab their first down. Trying to move the offense. Henry Anderson throwing the ball pretty well. Just great defense from the Vikings.
On the near side, lined up Will Kakowski. Far side, Hugel. Anderson shouting out directions to his offensive line, going with only 2 receivers. This may be 4-down territory for the Bears. They don't like to punt a lot. Anderson going down the middle. Incomplete, but a flag thrown. Williams was draped all over Hugel, and it looks like the Bears will end up with another first down by virtue of a Valhalla penalty. Now the Bears looking in business. Ball to be spotted inside the 25. As the pass interference does not result in a spot foul, but rather a 15-yard penalty. And they'll have it from the 20. So at the edge of the red zone with 7:40 to go as the clock stops on the penalty. The Bears are looking to answer back in what would be a nice slice of resiliency. Anderson with 3 backs behind him, no receivers. They give this to Bryant Rock, the fullback, and he has stood up. Nowhere to go for Bryant Rock. Good answer by the Viking defense. Max Cavallo was in there on the stop, along with Castillo.
On the stop.
Not much of a pickup there. Ball was spotted originally at the 22. That's a correction. So the Bears picked up just under a single yard. Now they're going with the receiver set. Caffrey on the near side. 3 lined up on Anderson's right. Takes a high snap, drops back under pressure, throws over the middle. Overthrew Kakowski. He was under pressure and had to get it away.
Kakowski falls incomplete. 3rd down.
Anderson's throw just off. He was getting pressured by the Vikings lineman. We'd like to see a little bit more help from the offensive lineman on Briarcliff, but we'll see what Hank Anderson can do now.
Now faced with another 3rd down. 3rd and long from the 21. Another 4 receiver set. Anderson takes the snap under pressure again, going for the end zone down the sideline. Caffrey was open but dropped it. He turned towards the back shoulder and couldn't reel it in.
4th down.
Seemed to have been an easy catch for Caffrey, but he just couldn't hang on. I don't know what happened there, but should have been a touchdown from the Bears.
He had got the defender to fall down, and Anderson put it pretty much as where he could go get it. It just seemed like he had to turn a little bit towards his other side and just dropped it. Maybe the sun in his eyes a little bit, but really that's one Caffrey should have come down with. Now Lucas Primes on for the field goal attempt. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Anderson will hold. Bears looking to have the Valhalla lead. The kick is up. It is short and no good. The Bears try, fall short, and the Valhalla defense stands. Gonzalez will trot out onto the field with a 6-0 lead, looking to add to it. Looks like Lucas Primes just didn't hit that one as cleanly as he should have, and it just fluttered into the end zone.
And now as the Bears defense comes onto the field, we'll see if they can get another defensive stop and hopefully bring it back for an answering touchdown on the other end.
One thing the Bears have done is play with a lead in the last couple of games. Their defense has not really been put on their heels too much. They've really stood up, but now they're playing from behind, and this will be a tough task. Valhalla, quite a solid team. Gonzalez drops back, gives it off. Nice bit of tackling, but a flag thrown. Not much of a gain on the play.
On the stop for the Bears.
Max Kreppel.
Flag is down at the end of the play.
Waiting for the call from the official. It will be a hold. Looks like it was on the Vikings. At least the referees are asking John Consorti whether he would like to decline or accept. And so the Vikings will be backed up 10 yards. Their offense has taken a few penalties, and their defense, so even though they're leading 6-0, they've made some mental mistakes, as it's now 1st and 20 from the 10.
Make it 1st and 20 from their own 10.
Bears, maybe they'll bring the rush here on a 1st and long, deep in their territory. Hands off and taken down, short gain. Christian Ursillo got about 3, still a second and a mile. Clock under 6.5 to go here in the opening quarter.
Gain of 4, bring up 2nd and 16.
Gonzalez has 2 receivers on either side, and Parker beside him. He's in the gun. Gives to his motion man. Running towards our sideline. And he is bottled up before the 20. Now the Bears defense can look to force a stop.
That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Bryant Rock was there to make the tackle. 3rd down and 10 coming up. They've managed to get back half of their yards and make up the penalty loss. But this is a stop the Bears would like, to not let Valhalla run away with this thing early. Gonzalez standing about 5 yards behind his center. Takes a low snap, fires to the side, and it's caught. That's Ursillo, who is driven back. Nice bit of tackling, and they will mark him short of the 30-yard line. A nice bit of tackling by the Bears will leave Valhalla just short of a yard shy of the 1st down. Will Coach Stephen Boyer and the Vikings go for it? Where they play it safe? Looks like the offense is out on the field. If they don't get the yard, the Bears will have it in prime position. Whether they try to draw the defense offside or not. Gonzalez barking out orders, looking towards the sideline.
Timeout, Valhalla.
And the timeout will be called by Valhalla, just trying to run the clock down to see if the Bears would jump.
Great job by the Bears. Making the Vikings waste a timeout. They were trying to get the Bears to jump before the line of scrimmage, but didn't work. We'll see what the Bears can do. Hopefully they can get a 4th down stop. Hopefully they can stop the Vikings and get the ball back and get an answering touchdown before the 1st quarter ends.
Nice crowd out here today. A lot of Valhalla supporters, along with a nice contingent of home Bears fans. Big league matchup. As I mentioned just a couple moments ago, the Bears do not want to let this one get away early. Last year, Valhalla ran all over the Bears, 42-27 in a Viking win. that really the Bears should have competed better in and had their chances, but just turned over the ball too much and could not stop the Valhalla run. Now it's Parker. Lined up behind Gonzalez. The offense is on field. Gonzalez going to take it himself, and it looks like he has enough for the first.
Gonzalez on the keeper with a gain of 2.
He gets just enough. Gutsy call by Stephen Boyer, and they will keep the drive alive. So after taking a penalty on first down, they make up 21 when they needed 20. And from the 31, Gonzalez has a wide receiver split wide on either side. Ursillo making up the end of the line. Drops back, throws toward the sideline. Caught by Ursillo. Driven back, a gain of about 5. Flag was thrown at the center part of the field. And it will be a holding going against the Vikings. They can't seem to get out of their own way.
The Vikings on this drive are just their worst own enemies. I mean, they can't get away from the flags today. Just all the holding calls and all the roughing the passer calls, just not great luck for the Vikings today.
They're really doing more damage to themselves than they need, but the Bears defense, they're taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back, are Gonzalez and the Vikings here on offense. So now it's 1st and 20 from the 19. Gonzalez under center. They give this to Parker. Parker's got some room, and he will be gang tackled. Ball looked like it might have come out towards the end of the play, although the side judge on the far sideline emphatically signaling that Parker was down. A short gain of about 3 or 4. And it's a good start on this series for the Briarcliff defense. Bears have been good on special teams and defense in recent weeks. They forced a few turnovers against Hastings, and Luca Lombardi blocked a punt and returned it for a touchdown last week at Croton. Now it's Gonzalez in the gun. Hands off to Parker. Parker shedding tacklers. Parker will be taken down at the 31. Zach Vincent on the tackle along with Will Kakowski, and Valhalla has brought themselves to another 3rd and 10. Obviously, if they get close to it, you can expect them to go for it on 4th again. Winding on 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Valhalla up 6-0. Five wide receivers, or 4, 3 on the left, 3 to Gonzalez's left as he takes the snap. Deep drop over the middle, and it is picked off. Picked off by Colin Hatcher, intended for Michael Ferreira, but Hatcher jumped the route, and what a stop from the Bears defense.
43-yard line.
Big stop by the Bears right there. Now we're going to see what Hank Anderson can do with the offense and hopefully get an answering touchdown before this quarter ends.
Even though they gave up the initial 4th down try, a nice response and showing of resiliency as Colin Hatcher stood with Michael Ferreira, one of the biggest threats on this Valhalla offense, and just undercut the route. Gonzalez never saw him, and now the Bears take over. With a minute 48, Anderson will have them at the 43 of Valhalla. With Hatcher to his left in the gun, 3 wide receivers. He'll drop back pretty far, looking towards the far sideline, overthrown and nearly intercepted by Williams. Throwing into double coverage, intended for Nick Reich, who really never had a shot at it. Dan Cavanaugh now coming off, as well as Nick Reich for arrest. So it'll be 2nd and 10 after the incompletion from the 43. The Bears on their own terms really have not moved it yet. Just maybe probably under 10 yards. And a timeout called by the Bears after the game clock was winding down, the play clock. And Bears will burn their second timeout of the half, and we're not even through the first quarter. Ross, where do you think the Bears should go if they want to pick up a first down when they don't get a penalty?
You know, I don't know if Henry Anderson is really getting his passes on target today. So I think they should go to the ground to either Zach Vincent or Nick Reich just to see what they can do. Hopefully, run it in for a touchdown.
Anderson has looked a little too happy so far, a little excited. He's overthrown a couple of his receivers, although Dimitri Caffrey should have brought in that touchdown a few minutes ago. Still a manageable 2nd and 10. Kowski on the near side. Hugel, far side. Hugel in motion. Anderson, the give. It's to Hugel. The ball is out. And Hugel pounces on it before disaster can strike. Loss of about 2 after the mishandling. 3rd and 12. Bears offense sputtering at the moment.
Loss of 2 will bring up 3rd and 12.
Just a bad fumble by Dan Hugel. I don't really know what happened there on the connection between Henry and Dan, but hopefully the Bears can recover from it, and we'll see what they can do.
Well, they've got 2 options. They can they've got 3. Valhalla can take a penalty, they can get the first down on their own, or they can get a few and then go for it on 4th. Anderson, pressure in his face, over the middle, incomplete. Just high, intended for Rudy Gualtieri, and then it looks like Will Katkowski nearly made it, and Anderson is slow to get up. It looked like he was hit after the play, and he is clutching his left arm.
Anderson looks to be hurt. Maybe Nick Reich can come on, backup quarterback, freshman this year, and Reich on the season already has 4 touchdowns, so hopefully we can see what he can do.
This is not a good sight for the Bears. Henry Anderson hunched over, clutching his left forearm, and no, it is not his throwing arm, but he will have to come out of the game for a moment. It's looking like he took a lick at the end of the play. I couldn't quite see it, but the offensive line could not stand up to the rush. Nick Reich is lined up under center with Dan Cavanaugh behind him, but now it's 4th down. Dimitri Caffrey back at his own 41 to punt. Snap is good. Kick is off. A nice punt from Caffrey, angled towards the sideline, out of bounds. They will mark it at the 18-yard line.
Caffrey's punt out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
Solid punt by Caffrey.
10.
But right now it's very concerning sign for Briarcliff. Their starting quarterback on the bench looking distressed after a hit to the forearm. 54 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bears down by 6 as Gonzalez leads his troops out onto the field. Will they stay out of their own way? That is the question. Got Ursillo on the near side, along with Parker in the backfield, but the give is to Christian Ursillo, and Christian Ursillo, a nice initial run, gets about 7.
On the carry for Valhalla.
Sets up a 2nd and short. Good gain on first down for the Vikings. As the athletic trainer, Jen Salvati, is working with Anderson, inspecting his left wrist area. It looks like she's working on.
Henry Anderson seems to have hurt his left wrist or forearm, but thankfully it's not his throwing arm. Otherwise, that would have meant trouble for the Bears.
Gonzalez under center, turns, gives to Parker. Parker's got the first down. He keeps going for his drag down past the 35. Nice running from Evan Parker. Looked like Will Kakowski and Dan Hugel were there on the stop.
First down.
That will move the sticks. And Valhalla has now picked up 2 first downs.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score.
And that is how the first quarter will end. Valhalla driving up 6-0. We'll be back with second quarter action in a moment.